guys, long time no see. I have not made a YouTube video in 6 or 7 months. I'm sorry for just dipping off of this platform for that long. The reason I took such a big break from long form YouTube content was, number one, I didn't really know how I wanted to go about long form content. I didn't know what parts of my life I wanted to show. I didn't know what avenue I was going to go down. I didn't really have a vision for my long form content, and so it kind of just fizzled out. And number two is I just got busy with life. But now I am back, and long form content is going to be a priority of 2025, partly because I have now figured out what I want to do with my long form content, and I'm excited to make more long form videos, but also because TikTok is getting banned in the US. So I kind of have to find another avenue. Oh, and if you have never seen my face before, hi, my name is Morgan. I blew up on social media about a year ago talking about getting diagnosed with autism as an adult, but I'm branching out, sharing my life, sharing all of the fun and not so fun parts of being neurodivergent. Today I wanted to do a really casual post-Christmas video, maybe do a little Christmas haul for you guys and talk about what it's like being autistic during the holiday season and my recovery post-Christmas festivities. So let's get into that. Okay, Christmas haul time. My tree looks really sad and depressing right now because we took all the ornaments off of it already. So obviously I am so unbelievably grateful and privileged to be able to have a Christmas and get gifts from my family and be around family. But this year was one of my favorite Christmases in what I got for Christmas. I am unbelievably over the moon thrilled over what I got. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys. And it's funny because when I was opening Christmas presents on Christmas morning, my face probably looked like this. Because I get really overstimulated opening Christmas presents and I shut down, and there's no joy to be seen in me, but I'm actually so excited. So I'll get all my excitement out now for you guys. First up, I'm gonna do just the clothes and stuff that I got. I got a hat and scarf little set from my aunt and uncle. Super cute, super soft, and I needed this. And I got this little workout tank, which is perfect for bouldering. I've gotten into bouldering, which shows off my back muscles, so this is gonna be awesome. I might wear this later today when I go bouldering. And I got a cute little quarter zip as well. They kind of match. Okay, so moving on to other items. You can probably tell what my current hyperfixations are just by what my gifts are. You'll see. I got 2 new coloring books. Super excited to break into these. Then I got a knitting book that has a bunch of patterns in it from this one designer that I really like. So I have a physical copy of a bunch of her patterns, which is super cool. I'm so excited. I think there's 20 patterns in here. I'm excited. And then I got a little neck. It's called a reading light, but I am going to be using it for when I knit. It goes around your neck and it's lights and you just knit away with it. Very on brand. My boyfriend's parents got this for me because I'm always knitting at their house. I love it. All right, and this was my big Christmas present of the year. It's a nice set of knitting needles, a nice set of knitting needles. It's a full set of short needles for anybody that knits that understands that, which is something that I desperately needed because I hate doing magic loop. So I'm over the moon about this, and I have already broken into these and been using them. I'll show you the knitting project that I'm working on right now, later in this video actually. And then I got a couple more things. I got a chalk bag for when I go bouldering. Bouldering is like indoor rock climbing for people that don't know. I'm still a newbie, like beginner at it, but I've been enjoying it a lot. Needed a chalk bag, so got a little chalk bag. And it has a cute little sloth on it. Isn't that adorable? And then I got a pair of gloves that have the little like finger touchies so you can type on your phone at the same time. And then last thing, I got like a big, nice jacket, which is gonna come in handy because I am doing quite a bit of traveling in some cold European countries coming soon. So it looks kind of like this. It's nice, it's warm, it's oversized, it's long. It's perfect for like a chic European cold vacation. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I thought I'd do a little cozy sit down and talk about Christmas as an autistic person and all the stressors that the holiday season has for me. And while I'm doing that, I'm knitting a sweater. I'll show it to you. Here she is. It's a ghost horse sweater. I was originally gonna try to wear it, like finish it and wear it for Christmas, but obviously that didn't happen. Christmas has passed. This sweater has taken me so long, but I'm officially on a sleeve now, which is very exciting. Okay, so the holidays have always been extremely difficult as an autistic person, and if you're watching this and you're also autistic, you probably know exactly like what I'm about to say and the feelings that I'm about to describe, because I feel like it's a very universal experience. The holiday season in general is very overwhelming because it's like a whole month of time where my schedule is disrupted, right? You know, breaks from school, breaks from work, random holiday parties getting thrown into the mix, and then you have people always wanting to like get together because everybody's home for the holidays, you know, so even though it's not like a holiday party, like people are always like, oh, everybody's home, let's do this, so oh, let's do this, you know what I mean? And then there's Christmas Day, which in my experience is the most stressful and the most anxiety inducing out of all of the holiday season, because as an autistic person, Christmas is like the big performance, right? Because as an autistic person, I don't outwardly show emotions very often. When I do, it's often like intentional and like masked. It's not something that comes naturally to me. So, you know, Christmas, when you're, you know, performing like the joy of the holiday season and the joy of opening presents, like it's a really big performance, really big performance. And I, you know, put on that performance, number one, because of trauma and getting told that I was ungrateful and ruining Christmas as a kid, when I was opening gifts because I wasn't performing correctly and I wasn't acting excited and acting grateful, right? But then also because I don't want to be like a fun sucker. I don't want to be seen as like a Scrooge. Like I want everybody around me to feel the joy of the holiday season, right? So I work really hard to put on that performance, because I care about my family. I care about, you know, the joy of the holiday season. It just, I can't express it naturally. So I get a lot of anxiety like leading up to like Christmas Day and like opening presents because it's a very big performance. And when I was a little kid, an undiagnosed autistic little kid, my parents didn't know I was autistic, I didn't know I was autistic, it just never went well. I was always in trouble. I was always seen as ungrateful because my face was just, there was nothing. There was no joy like coming from me. And I think it's because I have so much joy and so much excitement about like opening presents and like the holiday season. But my brain doesn't process big emotions very well, and I end up just like completely shutting down because I can't process the emotion. And then on top of the overstimulation of like the unwrapping of gifts, which is just a horrible sound, and you know, people chatting all around and like people watching you open the gifts, like it's just, it's so much pressure, it's so much overstimulation, it's so much noise, it's so much like emotion, like my body shuts down. There's no joy like coming off of me when I'm opening gifts. I look like a bitch. I look so ungrateful. Like that's just naturally how my body is, you know? So as a kid, always getting in trouble. Then around like my teenage years, I was like, I'm done getting in trouble. I need to like figure this thing out, right? So I started, you know, finding the gifts that my mom hid around the house and opening them to see what I got so that I could like mentally prepare for Christmas, you know? I would also ask my mom like what family members were getting for me because I wanted to know the gift, not because I cared or like was greedy or whatever. I wanted to know what it was so that I could like mentally plan for like, okay, I'm going to be opening this specific gift and here like I can practice my reaction for it. So that's the route I took as a teenager, and now as like a full-blown adult, I give people an extremely detailed list of things that I want for Christmas and say please stick to the list so that I'm mentally prepared, you know? And I work to put on, you know, the performance because I want people around me to feel the Christmas joy. I don't want to be the Scrooge or the fun sucker. I want the joy. I like the joy. And I work hard to mentally prepare so that I can, you know, put on the performance and give the joy. Other people, other autistic people might disagree with that and go about it a different way. Totally cool. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying that that's how I have decided to go about it in my adult life. It's extremely anxiety inducing and it's very taxing on like my mental energy. I've needed days to recover from Christmas. Like today is today's the 28th. So 3 days after Christmas, and today's the first day where like I've had my energy back. Like I had like a socializing hangover for like 3 days. I barely got out of bed. I couldn't do much. I was just so exhausted from all of the holidays, all of the parties, and putting on the performance. Even with all that said, all of the stress, all the anxiety, all of the extra challenges that like autism brings, I did have a really good Christmas this year. I had a really good time. Last Christmas and the Christmas before that were both very difficult Christmas years because I was smack dab in the middle of autistic burnout. This year was the first Christmas in a couple years where I was no longer in autistic burnout, and I got to experience just having fun and not being completely overwhelmed, which was a good time. I split the day in half. I went to 2 different parties. Me and my boyfriend started off at my family's Christmas. We hosted it here at like my family home. It was very small, casual. And then we went over to his family's for dinner and all of that. And he has a really large family, and they're a ton of fun, and it was really fun, really awesome to enjoy, you know, my family and his family. And I mean, you saw my little Christmas haul. I got some really awesome gifts, and the gifts that I got for other people were really big hits, which, patting myself on the back a little bit, I always like when I like, you know, get the perfect gift. I made a couple of the gifts that I gave, and then I, you know, bought the second half. I really like homemade, like handmade gifts. I'm kind of completely done with like big box stores and just like crap that you don't need. I'm trying to like move away from that. So the gifts that I bought, most of them were like handmade from other people. I went to a pottery place that like sells handmade pottery and got most of like my aunts and uncles and like grandparents like handmade pottery, which was gorgeous. And yeah, I'm really happy that other people are happy with the gifts that I gave. I crocheted my sister like a big oversized sweatshirt. I knitted a sweater, I knitted a hat, I knitted a couple other things for some people. I had some good gifts, if I do say so myself. But with all that being said, I will say that I'm very happy that the holiday season is almost over. New Year's is like the last bit of the holiday season, and then it's back to my normal schedule, which I am really excited to get back to. I've kind of been like an in-between zone of like I don't really have a schedule. People are home, like my sister is in college but she's home right now, so like she's back, which kind of disrupts my schedule because we share a room. I don't know if you can see the bunk beds, but yeah, that's it's a disruption to my schedule because I work right here. My boyfriend has time off of work because he's a teacher, so we've been, you know, doing fun things here and there, which is awesome, but I want to get back to like my normal schedule. I want everything to just like go back to normal, you know? I'm really craving it because I feel every day I wake up and I'm like, I don't know what today's gonna bring because people have time off, people want to do things, there's parties happening, like I don't know what my day's gonna bring and it brings me so much anxiety. So once New Year's rolls around and everybody goes back to their normal schedules, I can go back to my normal schedule, and that will bring me a lot of peace. I think that is all for today's video. The next video that you're probably going to see from me is going to be about New Year's, me talking about how my 2024 went and plans for 2025 and just how I process the new year as an autistic person, which I'm super excited to make that video. I don't know when this video is going to come out. Hopefully it's going to come out before 2025, but it takes me a while to edit, so I'm not sure. Thank you guys for watching, especially if you stayed all the way to the end. I would love to hear your autistic thoughts about Christmas, how your Christmas went, what your favorite gift was that you got for Christmas, if you celebrate, just how you process the holiday season. I would love to hear all of that in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye guys.